was lame. We'll cut that out. I just got off the bike, except it was actually like a month ago I got off the bike. But we're here now. We're filming this video, and just got episode 1 done. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out before you watch this this second episode. But the bike was absolutely incredible. For $900, the thing is super solid. It ran really, really well. It did very good in like the fast, sandy stuff. The power is so snappy on it. A lot different than the 250X right here, which is more of like a smooth power curve. So for the Michigan riding, I actually prefer the 2002, the older style, the steel frame. This one's a little more good for like rocky technical terrain. But it really excites me because now I'm going to have a bike for the really techie stuff, and then I'll have one for the really, really fast, more motocross type stuff. We're just going to get going into this next episode, episode number 2, and this is going to be all about tearing the bike down, cleaning all the parts, basically prepping everything for powder coating, just figuring out what parts need to be replaced, and any other little details that might need some work. So, ignore the terrible handwriting, but what I'm going to do is label all of the bolts in these little baggies. It may sound stupid, like you'll be able to remember where everything else goes when you put it back together, but I'm going to do that anyway, even if it's a no-brainer, and it'll just make things a lot more organized and easier to put back together at the end. Go. Frame is all taken apart. Alright, next step before we send things off for powder coating is we want to give a nice good scrub down, get all the dirt and all the grease off of here. It almost pains me to sandblast this and repowder coat it because the original paint really does look pretty good, minus a few wear spots and rust. But overall, it's a pretty color, but it doesn't quite match the theme that I'm going to be going for on this build. So goodbye factory blue Yamaha paint. Lots of soap for this one. As you can see here, some of the bolts taken off the bike. This one is one of the engine mount bolts. Could use a little bit of TLC, so we're going to pop this in the lathe back here and give it a nice little polish with some Scotch-Brite. Now, I'm not sure why it's not running true. It must be bent a little bit, which I guess isn't a huge deal as long as it still works. It's not like it's a rotating axle. It's just a bolt to hold the motor on. So that looks a lot better. Here's one more that's not in the greatest of condition. It's relatively smooth, but we'll go ahead and try and clean some of that up anyway. So that's looking a lot cleaner. Alright, I just spent about the last 3 hours cleaning every single little nut, bolt, piece of plastic, axle, everything, exhaust pipe. Every little component is like as fresh as it can be. Now I've got the engine in here and I got everything masked off, all the ports and hoses, wherever water could get in. So it's completely watertight, just as it would be if it's on the bike installed running. So what this will allow me to do is like get super deep in cleaning with the toothbrush, and the engine will be pretty much spotless. I mean, you can tell that the castings are all in really good condition, so that's a plus. That'll just make this whole job a lot easier. It's pretty much a neat freak's wet dream, and I'm a really big neat freak, so I'm very excited about this. Let's get going. Whoa, so that was a really late night tearing that bike down, but finally everything is cleaned up except my hand, which now has drool on it. It's time to take everything to powder coating and start making this bike look pretty. So let's do it.
Hey, Howler. Hey, bud. Dude, come here. This would be perfect, like, up close shot if you come sniff this lens. Come on. Bro.
Oh, he's like fornicating with Callie over there. Callie's like, hell nah.